Chancellor Barron, I declare the 92nd commencement ceremony of the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, convened.
Thank you. Please be seated. Distinguished faculty, administrators, and staff of the university, graduates, parents, family, and friends, welcome to the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Fall 2014 Commencement Ceremony. Let's take just a moment of reflective silence to consider the importance of this celebration in all of our lives and to give thanks in our own way. The colors are presented by the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Reserve Officer Training Corps. Please direct your attention to the arena floor. Please rise. Please join us. Please join Dr. Elizabeth Momon as she leads us in singing our national anthem, accompanied by the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Symphonic Band. Will all men please remove their caps?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Men may replace their caps. I would like to introduce those seated on the platform. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. I'd like to first introduce Shane Broadway, Director of the Arkansas Department of Higher Education. I'd like to introduce the administration, academic deans, and others from the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Dr. Georgia Hale, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Julie Burdick, Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Management. Dr. Lee Crable, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Dr. Mary Lackey, Vice Chancellor for University Advancement. Darrell Morrison, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration. Dr. Ken Warden, Associate Vice Chancellor for Workforce Development. Dr. Jim Belcher, Interim Dean, College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Dr. Leroy Cox, Interim Dean, College of Applied Science and Technology. Dr. Joe Harden, Dean, College of Languages and Communication. Dr. Carolyn Mosley, Dean, Colleges of Health Sciences. Dr. Henry Rennie, Dean, College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. Margaret Tanner, Interim Dean, College of Business. Dr. John English, Dean, College of Engineering, University of Arkansas, Fayetteville, who will confer the degrees on those graduating with engineering degrees. Captain Jason Blackston, Commanding Officer of the UAFS Reserve Officer Training Corps. Rick Goins, Director of Alumni Affairs. Wayne Womack, Registrar. Let's give these folks a round of applause. I would also like to introduce members of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Board of Visitors, Eileen Cradle and Representative George McGill. Please give them a round of applause. We have some special guests in the audience tonight. If you want to just wave, that would be fine. I'd like to recognize first off my wife, Janice Barron, John Taylor, Chair of the UAFS Foundation, and his wife, Jan. Would you please give them a round of applause for all the work that they do? We also have some of our legislators and our soon-to-be legislators with us today. If you all could wave when you're called, and we'll all honor you together. We have Senator Bruce Holland, Representative and Senator-elect Terry Rice, Representative Denny Altus, Representative-elect Dr. Justin Boyd, and Representative-elect Matt Pitch. Let's give those folks a round of applause. Seated before you are members of the faculty who represent the academic departments of the university, upon whose recommendation candidates for degrees are presented. Faculty members, please rise and be recognized. Thank you. The success of an institution also relies on the hard work of its staff, many of whom are here today. Will the staff who are here please rise and be recognized? Now I would like to welcome to the podium Mr. Jim Von Grimp, the chair of the University of Arkansas System Board, a person with a passion for excellence for higher education. As the leader of the UA System Board, Mr. Von Grimp brings greetings and congratulations from the University of Arkansas System Board of Trustees.
Thank you. You'll probably clap in just a minute also, because my remarks are going to be extremely short tonight. We have two great speakers following me. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, and I would say likewise the Board of Visitors, I'd like to tell you, especially you parents and students, grandparents and others, friends and relatives, how honored the Board of Trustees is to serve an institution like the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Every time I come here, I'm so proud and so happy that I have a small part, along with the other trustees, in helping you students get an education that will further your lives. One of the things I really like about Fort Smith is the fact that the staff, the faculty, and the administration work together every day, just like those in business in Fort Smith, their counterparts out in the business world, trying to produce an exceptional product, and that being the education that you all have received. So I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank the parents that have supported you and have helped you reach this time where you can see your future and achieve something great. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, we're honored to serve you. Thank you.
One person that I saw in the audience that I'd like to recognize, Mr. Mike Shaw. I think Mike's out there. He served on our Board of Trustees and our Board of Visitors for 30 years. Those of you from Fort Smith probably saw an article in the paper about him, but he's done a great job for the university over a period of 30 years, and I wanted to make sure he got recognized. Now please join me in welcoming Dr. Don Bobbitt to the podium. Dr. Bobbitt is the president of the University of Arkansas System. An academician, a scholar, a teacher, and our educational leader, Dr. Bobbitt works hard every day to promote and pursue the mission and vision of education for Arkansans across the state.
Thank you, Chancellor, and let me also add my voice of welcome to Governor-elect Hutchinson and Chair Von Gremp for taking time to share this evening with you. I want to add my warm voice of congratulations to many others for your accomplishments and for having arrived at this very important milestone in your lives. So on behalf of my faculty colleagues here at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, and across the entire University of Arkansas system, I want to offer our thanks not only to you, but also to your families, your friends, and other important supporters who have helped you to this point in your careers. I know you'll join me later in thanking them too. I'd like to spend just a few minutes remembering the path you took, because it's a path that not many people have taken. And I'm reminded when I was thinking of these thoughts of the poem by Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. You know how it begins. He says that there's two roads and they diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be but one traveler, long I stood, and I looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. And the traveler looking at these two roads notes that one of them is very well worn. Most people have taken that path, but the other one is completely undisturbed. And although he is not sure that he should, he takes the less traveled road. And he finishes like this: somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that made all the difference. I want you to know that you're in a very select group because of the less traveled road that you chose. Less than 28% of Arkansans have a credential from an institution of higher education. The road you chose was not easy and included many challenges. Obstacles. Congratulations for what you've accomplished, because it not only benefits you, it also benefits your family, your community, and our state as we attempt to compete in the 21st century economy. I applaud the very strong sense of personal discipline and initiative it took for you to arrive at this point. I know in this room, statistically, there are many who faced almost insurmountable obstacles in their time here. Some of you had to balance the demands of a job as you went to school, others had the demands of children and family, and others faced difficult circumstances, including perhaps illness and other setbacks. Yet, in spite of all those obstacles, here you are, with a record of accomplishment that places you in the class of 2014. Congratulations, and thank you, because I'm always lifted up at these events, and you inspire me and inspire your faculty to keep going. Veronica Mansilla, an educator of some note at Harvard, states that whether we take a stance on a stem cell research controversy, we interpret a new work of art, a new medium, or maybe we assess the reconstruction of Iraq, a deep understanding of our life, our contemporary life, requires knowledge and thinking skills that transcend the traditional disciplines. Such understanding demands that we draw on multiple sources of information to capture multi-complex and multidimensional phenomena, to offer explanations that we in society can offer to solve intricate problems. Your studies here have prepared you for that very challenging world. What we have in common is that before you learned about any one discipline, we learned about them all. Your wonderful studies in this institution provide you the opportunity to search for truth, to understand intellectual challenge and honesty, and to share the best ideas both of the past and present. What a rich heritage we share. But the world is changing very rapidly, and I know that you're prepared for it because this faculty has prepared you to continue these learning skills as you leave here and face these new challenges. So my first request to you as you depart this wonderful institution is to take time to reflect upon those on the faculty who were instrumental in your education. Perhaps they helped you master a subject you did not think you could, or maybe they helped share their scholarship with you by allowing you to share in their excitement and passion for their discipline. I ask that you take the time to make sure that they know how they made a difference in your academic life. And second, I ask that you remember the help and assistance that brought you to this point at this time, and that you give back to this institution as you can to pave the way for the many others who will follow. Very few of us can honestly say that we do not stand upon the shoulders of others. Join the Alumni Association, support your alma mater and programs when possible, and support them with your time, your talents, your service, and perhaps your resources. So thank you again for giving me this opportunity to share this memorable day with you, and congratulations for a job very well done. I know I speak for the entire faculty and administration when I say we're very proud of your accomplishments to date, but we're also eager to learn about your successes as you leave here to make your mark on society. In closing, I'd like to leave you with my heartfelt best wishes and an Irish blessing. May you always have walls for the wind, a roof for the rain, tea beside the fire, laughter to cheer you, those you love near you, and all your heart might desire. Congratulations and thank you, class of 2014.
So finally, I have to get my licks in. And I want to extend to you my heartfelt congratulations for your accomplishment. Each one of you walked a hard path to get where you are right now. Each of you sitting in front of me have done what it takes to get the recognition for which you will soon walk across this stage. Whether you are receiving a one-year certificate of proficiency, an associate degree, or a baccalaureate degree, you walk up this stage to celebrate a turning point in your life that will lead to better jobs, improved economic conditions for you and your family, insight into being an engaged citizen, and thinking skills that influence ethical, critical, and creative paths that you may follow. Because if you believe the futurists, many of you will change careers 6 to 8 times over the path of your life. Not just jobs, but careers. So there's lots of skills that you have to learn here at University of Arkansas Fort Smith in order to survive that journey. Completing a degree is a major accomplishment, and I think you really need to understand what a significant and serious accomplishment you have made. Far less than 30% of Arkansans have an associate or a baccalaureate degree. That puts you in the top echelon in this state in education. And whether you fully realize it now or not, it puts you in the top echelon of leadership in this state. It is true that you paid, or very well might still be paying, for the degree that you're receiving tonight. But I want you to remember that even with the tuition you paid or borrowed, remember that your fellow Arkansans, taxpayers, footed the bill for just under 40% of your education. Now, some of that tax money probably came from you as you bought things, as you earned dollars at a job or whatever it may have been. But the bottom line is 40% was offset of your education was offset by tax dollars. I say this only to reinforce to you that Arkansas needs you to pay it forward by being productive citizens in whatever careers you will have over your working lifetime. But Arkansas, and I would say indeed our entire nation, really needs you to pay that debt by stepping up to leadership as you move forward in your life with this newly acquired educational advantage you have. One of the primary requirements of leadership that you need to exercise are your rights in the democratic processes that make the United States great. As leaders, you need to stay awake to the issues, vote in elections, exercise your right to an opinion and a position. I look forward in the years ahead to seeing many of you involved in citizen management and leadership of our great country. With my charge to you to be engaged citizens, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our esteemed commencement speaker, the next governor of the great state of Arkansas. Raised on a farm near Gravette, Arkansas, Governor-elect Asa Hutchinson is no stranger to dedication, perseverance, and hard work. During law school at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, Governor-elect Hutchinson dated his sweetheart Susan, and they recently celebrated 41 years of marriage. Together, Governor-elect Hutchinson and his wife Susan have 4 children and 5 grandchildren. He is currently the senior partner at Asa Hutchinson Law Group in Rogers. He was the first Undersecretary of Homeland Security and responsible for more than 110,000 federal employees in the Transportation Security Administration, Customs and Border Protection, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Serving in Congress from 1997 to 2001, Governor-elect Hutchinson worked to secure federal funding for Arkansas highways, secure health facilities for veterans in rural counties, and helped lead the fight against violent traffickers of methamphetamines. After being reelected to his third term, Governor-elect Hutchinson was appointed by President George W. Bush as administrator of the Drug Enforcement Administration, where he combined tough law enforcement initiatives with advocating increased investment in treatment and education programs. Prior to his election in Congress, Governor-elect Hutchinson practiced law in rural Arkansas for 21 years. President Ronald Reagan appointed him U.S. Attorney for Western Arkansas in 1985, right here in Fort Smith. Governor-elect Hutchinson was elected to the office of governor in November and will begin his term in January 2015. Please welcome Governor-elect Asa Hutchinson.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Barron. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this high privilege to speak to this graduating class who has worked hard, who's achieved a result that you've prepared yourself for and sacrificed for, so congratulations. And I would express appreciation to the community leaders who have done so much to make this institution of higher learning such a high success in Arkansas that produces students that we have today and graduates that have worked hard and will enter our economy and our society. As Dr. Barron introduced me, that was sort of an abbreviated version in the sense that I did start my roots up in Gravette and Bentonville, but in 1982 got appointed U.S. Attorney and I moved to Fort Smith. And so 19 years I found my life here in Fort Smith. I fell in love with this community. All four of my children graduated from Northside High School. My daughter Sarah graduated from then West Ark Community College. And I spoke at that graduation. And to see what was then West Ark Community College join the University of Arkansas system, to build incredible facilities such as this, to grow in its student body, and to change the dynamics into one of the premier four-year institutions in Arkansas is a tribute to the community of Fort Smith and Western Arkansas. And so I applaud what you've achieved, and I'm very proud of my history here in Fort Smith and with UAFS. And so despite the great success in the transition that this institution has experienced in becoming a four-year college, you haven't forgot your roots in career education, in partnership with industry, and working with the community to produce students that enter the work field that's prepared for this economy. And so I applaud you in that success. Now, I've had some transitions in my life as well. I had an election this last November. And as we know in life, life unfolds sometimes in unexpected ways. And so election night, a night that I was geared for with the excitement of it and the anticipation of it, hoping to win that election, one of the surprises was that the polls closed at 7:30. Well, the election was called at 7:32 and declared me the winner. The only problem was that my granddaughter was watching cartoons. And I turned to my wife, Susan, and said, hey, this is sort of an important night for me. Do you mind if we turn it to the news? And she says, no, it's about Isabella, our granddaughter. She's watching cartoons. So I had been declared the winner and the governor of Arkansas, but I didn't know it. And so I'll always remember with great affection the role that my granddaughter played and how that evening unfolded because of that. And I tell that story because your life will unfold in unexpected ways many times. And you need to anticipate that with great excitement and cherish the unfolding of your life. I have an inauguration coming up on January 13th. It's a great occasion in my life, but I hope that it'll be a great occasion in the history of Arkansas. The theme of the inauguration is It's a New Day in Arkansas. And I'm here today at UAFS, my first commencement speech since the election and since being named governor, and there's not a better place to give it than right here in Fort Smith. But my invitation to you as graduates here of UAFS, that you join the new day in Arkansas, that you consider Arkansas as your future, that you invest your life here, you invest your talents here, you invest the skills and your relationships and say, this is where I want to build my future. Now, I know that you have opportunities in other places, and you will go there maybe to expand your education, to test the markets, but hopefully you will be here, that you will be committed here, that you'll return here if you venture away from here. Opportunities are great. You are a part of the new day in Arkansas. Now, one thing that you learn in the campaign is a lot of good stories. And one of the good stories that I learned was going to Conway. And I came across this young man who graduated and received his 4-year degree from the University of Arkansas. He returned to his hometown of Conway, and he had it in his mind that he wanted to build a business. And it was a time whenever the new exploration in the Fayetteville Shale was taking place, new opportunities, and he started knocking on doors and saying, what can I do? What can I do? And he found a lot of doors closed, and finally he said, just tell me something that you need that no one else is willing to do. Tell me something that you need that no one else is willing to do. And they said, well, we need cleanup services. So he borrowed $5,000 and started a cleanup services business that a few years later became an environmental services business that now has over 300 employees and $30 million in annual revenues. He is 31 years of age today. He took a risk. He had a vision. He was willing to work and do what no one else was willing to do. And he did something great for himself, his family, his community, and for the state of Arkansas. These are opportunities that await you as you take risk, as you're willing to work hard, and to do things perhaps that no one else is willing to do. As a commencement speaker, perhaps it is somewhat tradition, but I'm going to take advantage of it anyway, whether it's that tradition or not, and that is to give some counsel. And the counsel I give you is just some of the experiences that I've learned in life that I think that still applies. And there's just 4 simple principles and lessons that I want to leave with you today. And the first lesson I would leave with you is have a passion that you want to follow and pursue. One of my favorite authors is Henry Van Dyke. He is no longer in print. He long left this earth. You cannot find his books unless you go to Amazon or go to an old bookstore that has out-of-print books. And I fell in love with this author because it was a difficult time in my life, and I was at Homeland Security, and there was a book about Henry Van Dyke when he was speaking to a European audience, talking about what Americans were like, and this was around the early 1900s. And he told this European audience that Americans are a people of idealists, set about to accomplish a very practical task. And that was speaking of the founding of our country, because it was a practical purpose that we had, but it was also speaking to my heart about Homeland Security, and we haven't lost our idealism, haven't lost our love for freedom, but we have a practical task to protect our country. But that led me to following his other books, and I found a book called The Ruling Passion. And it's talking about individuals in life, that everyone has something they're passionate about. It might be music. It might be your love for justice and fairness. It might be for literature. Know your passion and pursue your passion in life, and that is important. And so I offer that as a lesson. Pursue your passion in life. Secondly, I would encourage you to be ready for the unexpected in life. And let me tell you, my life has been unexpected. Whenever I graduated with an accounting degree from college, I didn't know that I was going to become a lawyer. When I got out of law school, I didn't know that I was going to have an opportunity in politics. I was going to be a country lawyer. I enjoyed that every step of the way. But my life unfolded in unexpected ways. It brought me to Fort Smith. It brought me into running a campaign and losing a campaign. Losing a campaign brought me new opportunities. And so I got elected to Congress. In Congress, I wound up overhead of the DEA. But that was 1 month before the attack on America, 9/11, that no one expected, that changed my life again, that brought me to Homeland Security. And so this farm boy from Gravette, Arkansas, growing up on the Spavinaw Creek, found himself with the President of the United States in the Situation Room, where he asked me, after being briefed by the CIA on the latest terrorist threat, the President turns to me and says, "Asa, you heard that threat. What are we doing about it?" That's when you want to turn to the person next to you and say, "John, what are we doing about that?" But life is unexpected, and my life has been. To be able to return to Arkansas and to be elected a governor of this state is one of the highest privileges. So whatever you see in life, pursue the unexpected, wait for the unexpected, and take advantage of it as new opportunities. Thirdly, never stop learning. You've received your degree, but learning opportunities will come your way every day of your life. Never stop learning. And finally, I would encourage you to remember who helped you along the way. Everyone here who's achieved something great has been helped along the way. Say a thank you to them. And as you proceed in life, it'll be the relationships that you create that you should hold dear to yourself, and that you need to remember to thank them. To me, it was a high school teacher. When I gave up, she didn't give up on me, Mrs. Ivy. We have people to thank along the way. Finally, as we enter this new day in Arkansas, I want you to share my optimism about our future. I share Ronald Reagan's optimism, whether it is in dark times in our country or good times in our country. We live in the greatest place on earth. And I happen to believe that Arkansas is the greatest state in this union. And we want to make it the greatest place, a new day in Arkansas for our children, our grandchildren, for our future. Please be a part of it. Thank you, and God bless you.
As we proceed, please observe 3 courtesies that show respect for all. First, a professional photographer will take a photograph of all graduates as they receive their degrees. Don't come forward to take individual photographs so that we may keep congestion to a minimum and allow the audience an unobstructed view. Graduates, please remember to stop for a photograph with me after you have received your diploma. When you walk up here, you'll see there's 2 feet up here, and I'm going to have my feet placed in them. If you attempt to pass by me without stopping while my feet is there, I will grab your arm somewhere and pull you back on stage. It'll be highly embarrassing. Your parents won't like it. So remember to stop. Second, graduation from the university is a happy time for all of us as the names of the graduates are read. Please show your pride in their accomplishment with appropriate reserve and dignity. And third, out of respect for the graduates and their families, please remain in the arena until all graduates have been recognized and the recessional is complete. And now I call upon Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Georgia Hale, to come forward to present the candidates for their degrees.
Will the candidates for all degrees from the University of Arkansas Fort Smith please stand? Chancellor Barron, each candidate standing before you has completed a prescribed course of study defined by the faculty. The names of candidates graduating in absentia are listed in the program but will not be read. A number of candidates have completed their studies with a GPA of at least 3.60 and are identified as academic honor students by the honor stole, which they wear. Each dean will announce the students' honor status as their names are called. On behalf of the faculty of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, it is my pleasure and privilege to present these candidates for the awarding of technical certificates, associate degrees, and baccalaureate degrees.
Will the faculty of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith now stand to show concurrence? With the concurrence of this faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas System, I confer upon you your respective degrees with all the honor, rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Faculty and students, you may be seated. Wayne Womack, the University Registrar, will now come forward to assist in the presentation of diplomas. The graduates will now be recognized by the deans of their colleges in the following order: Dr. Leroy Cox, Interim Dean, College of Applied Science and Technology; Dr. Margaret Tanner, Interim Dean, College of Business; Dr. Carolyn Mosley, Dean, College of Health Sciences; Dr. Henry Rennie, Dean, College of Humanities and Social Sciences; Dr. Joe Harden, Dean, College of Languages and Communication; Dr. James Belcher, Interim Dean, College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics; Dr. John English, Dean, College of Engineering, University of Arkansas, Fayetteville. A distinguished faculty marshal will lead each group from their respective college.
The graduates from the College of Applied Science and Technology are led forward to receive their degrees by Heath Cady, Distinguished Marshal from the College of Applied Science and Technology. Jacqueline M. Klotfelter, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership, magna cum laude. Joseph Walker, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership, magna cum laude. Rochelle A. Thomas, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership, cum laude. Jackie J. Rogers, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership, cum laude. Zane M. Garrett, Bachelor of Science, Animation Technology, cum laude. Colby Lee Zorn McCallum, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Jasmine Ray Marie Haddabaugh, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Samantha Lee Murda, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Derek Wayne Parks, Bachelor of Applied Science. Matthew Thomas Snyder, Bachelor of Applied Science. Ashley R. Armstrong Fields, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Mackenzie Marie Bass, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Julianne DeMonte, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Jesse Allen Nicholas, Bachelor of Applied Science. Stephanie T. Castro-Giron, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Ashley Pemberton, Bachelor of Applied Science. Talina Bright, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Joshua Eden Rye, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Donald Carl Duvall, Bachelor of Applied Science. Charles Joseph Alley, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Charles Curtis Clark, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. David Roy Williams, Bachelor of Applied Science. William A. Doss, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Tataris Ernest, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Mukmani Infuva, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Dorinda Rochelle Carmona, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Jeremy L. James, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Tony Pham, Bachelor of Science, Animation Technology. Han Wak Hu Nguyen, Bachelor of Science, Animation Technology. Priscilla Herr, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Veronica J. Glanovsky, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Rebecca Tyson, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Brandon Tyler Medlock, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Hillary Janelle Horn, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Congratulations. Michael J. Dahlem, Bachelor of Applied Science. Sean Michael Womack, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Tommy Lee Wilson, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Jonathan Michael White, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Leadership. Bradley James Glidden, Associate of Applied Science, General Technology, Automotive. Ivan E. Foxworthy, Technical Certificate, Welding. Greg A. O'Brien, Associate of Applied Science, General Technology, Welding. Susan Renee Terrell, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Ramona Lynn Humphrey, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Janice K. Gregory, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Jennifer Marie Woolard, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Tina M. Blankenship, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Deborah C. Abshir, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Cindy Alejandra Escalante, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Charles Lee Ball, Associate of Applied Science, Workforce Leadership. Deborah A. Napier, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Kendra D. Selman, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Stephanie Sunny Sumsack, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional and Office Technology. Monica Yisel Cortez Sanchez, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal Studies. Jessica Ann Nicole Thorman, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal Studies. Got happy there, didn't I? Jacqueline Osborne, Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal Studies. Marion Perry, Associate of Applied Science, Electronics Technology. Michael J. Adams, Associate of Applied Science, Electronics Technology. Dalen T. Searles, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphic Technology, Mechanical. Thank you. Alton Ray Branham, Associate of Applied Science, Electronics Technology. Please join me in applauding the graduates from the College of Applied Science and Technology.
Graduates from the College of Business are led forward to receive their degrees by Dr. George Schmidt, Distinguished Marshal of the College of Business. The following students have earned a Bachelor of Business Administration. Supun Disaniaki, BBA Accounting, summa cum laude. Dawn Marie Kulis, BBA Accounting, cum laude. Lakin Cheyenne Smith Clark, BBA Finance, cum laude. Sheila Porter, BBA Accounting. Miranda Diana Liggett, BBA Accounting and Business Administration. Shauna Arita Balazic, BBA Accounting. Tricia Danae Catron, BBA Accounting. Charity D. Gregory, BBA Accounting. Curtis Burnett Adams III, BBA Business Administration. Christina Castorina, BBA Business Administration. Bradley Matthew Andrews, BBA Marketing. Jessie Louise Burton, BBA Marketing. Flor Carmen Bermudez, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Administration. Kristen LeRae Ross, BBA Accounting. Joshua Allen Parker, BBA Accounting. Devin Ray Taylor, BBA Business Administration. Rhonda Faye Ladd, BBA Business Administration. Lacey Ray Wilson, BBA Business Administration. Megan Elizabeth Price, BBA Marketing. Hayden J.C. Payne, BBA Business Administration. Summer Jamal Hunt, BBA Business Administration. Morgan Leanne Jacobs, BBA Marketing. Jamie Lee Rogers, BBA Business Administration. Jack Hardy, BBA Business Administration. Joshua Scott Karsten, BBA Business Administration. Astrid M. Morales Liu, BBA Business Administration. Benjamin Lawrence Sullivan, Bachelor of Business Administration, Marketing. Blake Aaron Hansen, BBA Marketing. Michael Gregory Hudson, BBA Business Administration. Sarah Elizabeth Lenzen, BBA Business Administration. Michael Wayne Martz, BBA Business Administration. Brian Andrew McGuire, BBA Business Administration. Jason C. Mills, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Administration. Thank you. Alex Quesada Vanaraj, BBA Business Administration. Jordan Scott Hightower, BBA Business Administration. Linda Chinlamani, BBA Business Administration. Ronald V. Tran, BBA Business Administration. Please join me in applauding the graduates from the College of Business.
The graduates from the College of Health Sciences are being led forward to receive their degrees by Dr. Marilyn Duran, Distinguished Marshal from the College of Health Sciences. Rebecca Mary Ingram, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Sarah Nicole Napier, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Tabitha Nicole Robertson, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Brianna Rayland Dale, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Ariel Jordan Shepman, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Brianna Coomer, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Kayla Shea Bagwell, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Kelsey Marie Hinman, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Jordan Elizabeth Lanker, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Christina J. Fuentes, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Rebecca L. Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Landy Marissa Birch, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Jacqueline Renee Isaacs, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. John Richard Dabney III, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Brandon S. Thomas, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Joanna Naomi Summers, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Thomas Lee Ginn, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Kenneth E. Barthel Jr., Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Marara Adam, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Melinda Marie Justice, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Teresa Lynn Carter, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Regina Ann Holst, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Tamara Leanne Mays, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Anthony Hershey Serrano, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Anthony Escobar, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Billy E. Lockhart Jr., Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Tyler Jennings Peters, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Ian James Sutton, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Jonathan Francis Wynn, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Evan David Myers, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Leno Lamb, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Angelina Slavens, Certificate, Practical Nursing. Evelyn Louise Dyer, Certificate, Practical Nursing. Please join me in congratulating all of the graduates from the College of Health Sciences.
The graduates from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences are led forward to receive their degrees by Dr. James Benjamin, Distinguished Marshal from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Sandra Mederi, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, cum laude. Cynthia Elizabeth Pegues, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, cum laude. Justin Michael Rosa, Bachelor of Arts, History, cum laude. Samuel Paul Mosley, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Lainey Elizabeth Staggs, Bachelor of Arts, History, cum laude. Carrie Elaine Baker, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Chelsea Michelle Mays, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Felicia Rochelle Hill, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Tracy Lynn Riley, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Corby Wade Smith, Bachelor of Arts, Music, Vocal Performance. Laura Angelica Ramirez, Bachelor of Music Education Instrumental. Ethan Riley Shaw, Bachelor of Music Education Instrumental. Sarah Sue-Ann Black, Bachelor of Arts Psychology. Jillian Lee Moore, Bachelor of Arts Psychology. Tyler A. Malk, Bachelor of Arts Psychology. Ashley Brianne Harmon, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Matthew Charles Carman, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Zachary Joseph Moss, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Seth Andrew Shaw, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Leah Rachelle Wineland, Bachelor of Arts, Theater, Acting, Directing. Wendy Elaine Quick, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Design. Joshua Daniel Cummins, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Petra Denise Smith, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Hazel Janetta Douglas, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Fawn Maria Elmore, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Erica Marie Williams, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Natasha Aline Dunseth, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Denise Lynn Sellers, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. David C. Strang, Bachelor of Arts, History. Mary Jane Wigley, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Estefany Alejandra Ars, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Yasmin Gamez, Bachelor of Science, History with Teacher Licensure. Jacob and Alexander Fennell, Bachelor of Science, History with Teacher Licensure. Vincent Anderson, Bachelor of Arts, History, Historical Interpretation. Travis Miner, Bachelor of Science, History with Teacher Licensure. Jose L. Lara, Bachelor of Arts, History. Jason D. Couch, Bachelor of Science, History with Teacher Licensure. Rebecca Lynn Carlin, Bachelor of Arts, Studio Art. Michael S. Ellis, Associate of Applied Science, Criminal Justice. Please join me in a round of applause for all of the graduates from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences.
The graduates from the College of Languages and Communication are led forward to receive their degrees by Dr. Lindsay Lawrence, Distinguished Marshal from the College of Languages and Communication. And here they come. Hi there. How are you? Michelle LaCrue, Bachelor of Arts, Rhetoric and Writing, summa cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Ramirez, Bachelor of Science, Spanish with Teacher Licensure, summa cum laude. Hi. are you? Emma Catherine Shockley, Bachelor of Arts, Rhetoric and Writing in Spanish, magna cum laude. Hey, how are you? Hillary Catherine Yurton, Bachelor of Arts, Media Communications, magna cum laude. Hey, man, how are you? Good. Bradley Nicholas Carney, Bachelor of Arts, Media Communications, cum laude. Hey, hey. Lita Jordan Pickett, Bachelor of Science, English with Teacher Licensure, cum laude. Yes. Hey, hey. Landon Alexander Harwell, Bachelor of Arts, Media Communications. Hey, man, all right, congratulations. Nicholas Alexander Kerouac, Bachelor of Arts, Media Communications. Glory Lynn Smith, Bachelor of Arts, Media Communications. You too. Deborah K. Raggins Chamberlain, Bachelor of General Studies. Miguel A. Castro, Bachelor of Arts, Spanish. Maisie Elaine Strickland, Bachelor of Arts, English. Kristen Danielle Cox, Bachelor of Arts, English. Cassandra Lee Horton, Bachelor of Arts, English. Elizabeth Darlene Stewart, Bachelor of General Studies. Yeah. Hey, girl, how are you? Deborah Ann Valines, Bachelor of Arts, English. Hey, Deb. Hey there. Scott Michael Cutlip, Bachelor of Arts, Media Communications. Demetra Jackson, Bachelor of Arts, English. Hi. Erica Marie Lee, Associate of General Studies. Rebecca Michelle Hendricks, Associate of General Studies. Alessandra Marie Bueno, Associate of General Studies. Lori Beth Stewart, Associate of General Studies. Michelle Lee Hicks, Associate of General Studies. Hi, congratulations. Tabitha D. Williams, Associate of General Studies. Kelsey Jade Greening, Associate of General Studies. Congratulations. Daisy Rosales, Associate of General Studies. Congratulations. Stacy Michelle Martin, Associate of General Studies. Congratulations. Nathan A. Scott, Associate of General Studies. Harper L. Sturgis, Associate of General Studies. Yeah, Harper. Man. John Lucas Rucchio, excuse me, Associate of Arts. Joshua Leland Funmaker, Associate of General Studies. Hey man, congratulations. Austin Brent Payton, Associate of General Studies. Please join me in congratulating the graduates from the College of Languages and Communications. Good job, folks.
The graduates from the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math are led forward to receive their degrees by Dr. Michael Reynolds, Distinguished Marshal from the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math.
Don't be embarrassed. Amy, you graduated. Love you.
Kristen Nicole Brock, Bachelor of Science, Biology, summa cum laude. Andrea Davon Edwards, Bachelor of Science, Biology, summa cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Michael, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Derek Ryan Phillips, Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Programming, summa cum laude. Ashley Brooke Brewer, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, magna cum laude. Whitney Hobson, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, magna cum laude. Jordan R. Anderson, Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Programming, cum laude. Chelsea Shea Pugh, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. An T. Ban Tran, Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, cum laude. Rachel Lee Dreamweaver, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Noah Aguilar, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Courtney Michelle White, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Lindsay Backus, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Chanel Alexandria Driscoll, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Haley Beth Ramaj, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Vanessa Firua, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Brittany Jane Darden, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Jasmine Jimenez, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Aaron Scoggins, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Aaron is being accompanied across the stage by her mother, faculty member Dr. Donna Scoggins. Sydney McCain, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Kelsey Raquela Noble, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Emily Catherine Moschner, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Jerry Don Orr, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Ashley Danielle Huggins Pope, Bachelor of Science, Middle Childhood Education. Riley Lee Church, Bachelor of Science, Mathematics. Raymond V. Thatch, Bachelor of Science, Mathematics. Willie Tyrone Isidore, Jr., Bachelor of Science, Mathematics with teacher licensure. Taylor Ashley Jones, Bachelor of Science, Middle Childhood Education. Deborah Jean McDonald, Bachelor of Science, Middle Childhood Education. Alexandria Rochella Poston, Bachelor of Science, Middle Childhood Education. Ashley Renee Nobles, Bachelor of Science, Middle Childhood Education. Crystal Ray Winchester, Bachelor of Science, Middle Childhood Education. Hannah Marie Crawford, Bachelor of Science, Middle Childhood Education. Amanda Lynn Wilson, Bachelor of Science, Biology with teacher licensure. Brittany Marie Raper, Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Web Developer. Mark Allen Paschal, Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Networking. John Paul Goodman, Jr., Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Programming. Timothy Ryan Broadway, Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Programming. Brandon L. Egke, Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, Programming. Leah Montdragon Baron, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Rosilla Samana Hama, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Renee Manjarez, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Anthony Nguyen, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Tommy Tuan Vin, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Michael Christopher McCarthy, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Jill Catherine Campbell, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Valerie Irene Fatala, Associate of Applied Science, Information Technology. Tony Joe Littleton, Associate of Applied Science, Information Technology. Please join me in applauding the graduates from the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. The graduates from the College of Engineering, University of Arkansas, Fayetteville are led forward to receive their degrees by David Albers, Distinguished Marshal from the College of Engineering.
Chancellor Barron, through a great partnership between University of Arkansas and Fort Smith and University of Arkansas and Fayetteville, I'm pleased to present the College of Engineering candidates who completed the requirements for the degree of either electrical or mechanical engineering. Their freshman and sophomore classes were taught here at the University of Arkansas and Fort Smith, while their junior and senior level courses were taught on this campus through the University of Arkansas and Fayetteville. Upon the recommendations of the faculty and by the virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, Chancellor G. David Gerhardt has conferred upon each of you the degree indicated on your diploma with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to their degree. Congratulations.
Cassandra Bright, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering with honors. Christina Hughes, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Doyle Green, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Please join me in applauding the graduates from the College of Engineering.
Graduates, please rise. I invite you to please move your tassels to the left side of your mortar boards. Graduates, please give a round of applause and thanks to the faculty and staff of the university in recognition of the roles they have played in the attainment of your degrees. And finally, graduates, would you give a round of applause to thank your parents, grandparents, spouses, children, friends for the encouragement, guidance, and love they have given you while you have pursued your degrees.
You may be seated, please. For a number of years, the Reserve Officer Training Corps has been active on the University of Arkansas Fort Smith campus. Students may enroll in the ROTC program through the U.S. Air Force or the U.S. Army. Our ROTC programs prepare men and women for careers as professional military officers. Chancellor Barron, one of our graduates will be accepting his commission into the United States Army tonight. I am pleased to inform you that the final act of this commissioning will be accomplished on the stage this evening. Samuel Mosley will take the oath of office from Captain Jason Blackston and give his first salute to signify his entrance into the officer corps. I am pleased to introduce Captain Jason Blackston, Commanding Officer of the ROTC Detachment at UAFS.
Thank you. It's both an honor and a privilege to be here tonight to share this ceremony with you. The federal oath of officership is a time-honored tradition and a constitutional requirement that dates back to 1789. Tonight, Lieutenant Mosley will take that oath and also receive his appointment as a commissioned officer in the Arkansas Army National Guard. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Samuel Paul Mosley,
Having been appointed an officer
having been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm bound to enter. So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Mosley, thank you for allowing us to be part of this important event. We are honored that you will be representing the University of Arkansas Fort Smith as you serve our country, and we wish you all the best as you continue your career as an officer in the United States Army. Will the members of the audience please join me in another round of applause to recognize the special graduate? Rick Goins, The Director of Alumni Affairs will now greet and address the graduates as new members of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Alumni Association.
Good evening. On behalf of over 45,000 of your now fellow alumni, sharing 80 years of tradition, I'm proud to welcome you to the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Alumni Association. Having sat in this very building and others like it 5 times, I understand the meaning and emotions of today. As a parent, I've been in your seat 3 times watching my children graduate. As a graduate, I've been in your seat twice, once in '74 from West Ark and again in 2007 from UAFS. For parents, today is about pride in your accomplishments and perhaps anticipating an increase in your disposable income. For graduates, today is also about pride. Pride in accomplishing a goal that will open doors and opportunities to you for the rest of your life. Today celebrates what you've accomplished in the past, but it also looks forward to the future, to next year and the rest of your life. It's exciting and a little bit intimidating, because beginning tomorrow you'll be leaving behind friends, favorite professors, clubs, and student organizations. Your alumni association can and wants to be your link to the past, to those friends and professors. Keep us informed when you move, when you get a new job, get a new promotion, get married, have children. And through our publications, we'll keep your fellow alumni informed of your accomplishments. Attending alumni events, including homecoming, will maintain and expand your network among your fellow Lions, and perhaps create other opportunities. We hope you'll return to campus to mentor students and help sustain and shape this university for future generations, perhaps including your own children. So wherever you go, whatever you do, keep in touch with us, because like your proud parents and family members, we want to share in the accomplishments that you will achieve. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Goins. We appreciate your service to the university as the Director of Alumni Affairs. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today at the Fall 2014 Commencement Ceremony. Commencement is a time for ending one period of your life and a time for beginning a new phase. Commencement is a time for celebration. I know you will take with you the knowledge and skills to excel in our modern and complex world. We take great pride in your accomplishments and wish you success in the future. We will conclude this commencement ceremony with our alma mater. The words to the alma mater are on page 15 of your program. Following the alma mater, we request that you remain at your seats until the recessional is complete. Please meet your graduates outside. Please rise and join Dr. Rager Moore as he sings the alma mater.
All praises sing to the school we hold dear. A part of our hearts will forever be here. Your banner of wisdom our future will guide. The friends that we cherish at our side. Let our song ring out for the white and blue. To you, Fort Smith, we will ever be true.
Chancellor Barron, I declare the 92nd commencement ceremony of the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, adjourned.